So are we good to start? All right.
Yes.
Perfect then. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone present here. Welcome to the maiden edition of the Wasabi Talk series. I'm pretty sure most of you should be wondering what exactly is Wasabi Talk series. It's a chat show where experts around the world come, discuss, and share knowledge about the most trending topics in the halal economy. My name is Dilip Suresh. I'm the host and the moderator for today's session. I welcome each one of you all. For today's session, we have two important speakers from the House of Wasabi. We call them as Cheftians. Our speaker number one, Mohamedou, who's originally from Senegal, has stayed in France for quite like a decade and is currently now based in Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur. He's the founder and the CEO of Upsaya Technologies and Wasabi. I welcome you, Mohamedou. Our speaker number
Welcome,
two
Dilip, and
is
Assalamu alaikum.
our speaker number two is Awal, who's from Ghana, who's currently the Vice President of Strategy and Business Development for Upside Technologies and Wasabi, and is also the founder CEO of Power Minds Limited, a cosmetic company which produces products using 100% natural ingredients. I welcome you, Awal.
Thank you very much, Dilip. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah to everybody listening and everybody who joins us. Salam.
Great, great, great. It's great to see both of you. My very first question is like, how are you feeling right now? How was your day?
Great
Ac-
day, great day. Dilip,
ac-
sorry, Mamadou, you can
Go ahead, go ahead,
continue.
go ahead, please.
Yeah, so today has been great because nothing really makes you happy to know that you are working on your dream. Anytime you are working on something that is aligned with your vision, your purpose, or your dream, your goal, whatever you call it, it is super, super energetic and exciting. So today, knowing that I will be coming to sharing our vision of Wasabih and halal economy, I'm super excited, Dilip. My day was great.
That's great to know. What about you, Mohammed? What are your thoughts?
A great day, a great day. Thank you very much. So, day full of work and taking care of customers' needs. So it was a wonderful day we spent with work and the family.
Great. I think without much of a delay, let's get back right into where the action is going to begin. To begin with our very first topic of discussion, uh, I'm pretty sure like everyone, like including Muslims and non-Muslims like me, we have heard right from the very childhood days something called as halal. At least for me, we have seen something as like halal certified, halal approved. But I want to know like what exactly is halal, and more importantly, like is it just associated with food? And how did halal transform into halal economy? To begin, we can start with Mohammed.
Thank you very much, Dilip. A very, very important question, and it's really essential to for businesses and people to understand about halal economy. I'll be giving my perspective about the halal economy. So, what is halal? Halal is an Arabic word meaning permitted or allowed. So uh, if in the Islamic economy or in Islam is about permitted, non-permitted, because a society is about rules. So when we talk about the halal, it's more of a way of life, and it goes beyond halal. We can talk about halal, tayyib, and others to make it more precise. But when we talk about the halal economy, and in some parts of the world, they call it the Sharia economy, for example, in Indonesia. So it's the economy that goes with the rules of Islam, what you call the Sharia. And the rules of Islam are here to guide a society, and this guidance comes from the Almighty, the creator the universe, the creator of everything. He knows what is the best way for a society to live, and to live in the rules that will allow them to protect what is most important for them, to protect life, to protect the intellect, to protect people's dignity. So all the rules about the Sharia, or the halal economy, are here to protect those. So it's here to do good, and Muslims follow these rules as something that is important and essential for their life to achieve good behavior. So now the halal economy is an economy. It's a, you can say it's a section of the global economy that targets essentially the Muslims, Muslim consumers, because they consume in a way that are different from some other cultures. They share most of the behavior of consumption, but there are some parts they are different. We can take an example like what we eat. Everybody eats every single day. So in what we eat, Muslims are allowed to eat everything except those that are mentioned that it's not allowed for them to eat. For example, Muslims don't eat pork. It's not allowed to eat pork. It's not allowed for Muslims to eat some meat that comes from an animal that was not slaughtered by naming Allah, the Creator. For example, Muslims can eat an animal that was slaughtered by Christians or Jews when they name Allah, the same God we share. And you have many other sectors that will be going more into details. It will be just exceptions around those sectors that are essential for society, Muslim society, to live in the best way they can. But also, since Islam is a universal message, so all the rules that you will be seeing in Islam are fair for every single person on earth. Every single person on earth. So it's about building a society that those rules are here, and the Muslims are keen to follow. And even non-Muslims, they can find their way in the Islamic economy. We see that a lot of, maybe the majority of the players in the Islamic economy, they are non-Muslim companies, which is great, and they are doing great in this economy. So it's an economy with some rules to be followed, and these rules are here to do good for the society. Did it? You are on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah. So what my biggest takeaway from
Yeah.
what you were telling is that anything that governs the Islamic rules and regulations will be a part of the halal economy. I would also like to hear from Awal as well.
Thank you very much, Lilith. Such a wonderful intro by Mamadou about what halal is and what halal is not. So to begin with, we know that halal, just like Mamadou said, is something that is permissible in Islam. There are general rules and regulations that every business transaction or social relations must obey in order to be qualified under halal. So for business transaction, work and services to be truly halal, one, they must be non-exploitative. And second, they should be environmental sustainable. And third, it must be equitable and beneficial for both the buyer and the seller. So we are talking of a transaction where we are saying should be non-exploitative because in any essence, the essence of doing business within the halal economy regulated by the universal Islamic principle is to make life better than it was. then to make sure that people benefit. So anything that is exploitative in nature, exploiting from the people, exploiting from a section of the economy is not allowed. This is not halal. And of course, both the buyer and the seller must be equitable and must be beneficial and equitable for both sides. Say that when I'm dealing a transaction, it should be both end, win-win. It shouldn't be the buyer takes all or the seller takes all. So this kind of regulation is what makes the Islamic economy or the halal economy very, very unique. So it is very clear at this point that halal was just a niche market serving the Muslims, but we are now seeing a fundamental shift from a niche market to the mainstream market. So you will know that the mainstream market is now paying attention to the halal economy. Why? Muslims are the fastest growing market segment in the world. And if a company wants to benefit from this enormous opportunity, you cannot afford but to pay attention of this growing trend. You will know that competition is out there. Mainstream market segments are saturated. And for the emergence of a new market like the halal economy coming on board, you will know that this is certainly going to create a lot of opportunity where there's saturation all over, and all of a sudden there's this fastest growing market segment that is coming. In serving the needs of this halal economy, more jobs are going to be created. There will be opportunities to transact between countries, between continents, and of course, globally. There will be collaborations all over. So, and the lives, of course, will be much better because of this new opportunity. So, and to answer your question, whether halal is just halal food, of course, much of the discussions in its new emergence form really was premised on food, halal beverages, and it holds a bigger opportunity for the halal economy. But now halal has moved beyond just food. We are now talking of halal services. Even with food processing, there's gonna be something like logistics, how food is stored, how it is marketed. There's something called halal marketing. There is something you have to say in marketing a product that is really stem on Islamic principles rather than just saying anything at all. So this market segment is really controlling the perception of people out there how businesses ought to be done. So your question is really a big one, but to summarize everything is halal economy is now changing the world. It's changing the perception of the people how businesses are done. It's now bringing on board consciousness of what the Islamic principles are. And both Muslims and non Muslims are really interested in knowing the rules and regulations so that they can tap into this growing opportunity. So, this is really great for the world, it's great for the Islamic economy, it's great for everybody interested in building and businesses that serve this new market. So, this is just my take on your question, Dilip.
That's fantastic. I think like while I was hearing you, which brings us to the next question, you were telling that all these years, halal economy or like the halal segment was very niche, and now it is entering into the mainstream market segment. A lot of noise has been made around the world about halal economy and the halalonomics that has been going on. And you rightly pointed out the fact that it's not just limited to food. Yes, well, yes, it applies to a lot, but it's also like the peripheral industries or the sectors or the services that's like encompassing like all these services. Moving on to the next question, like what exactly do you think like is the most interesting or the most ongoing trending topics in the halal economy? If you could share like some of your thoughts from what you've been seeing for the past couple of years, because we know for the fact that you rightly pointed out it's a big market by itself. We have 2 billion Muslims around the world, and it is expected by 2024 the halal economy is going to be $3.4 trillion in economy. So, what's your thoughts about it?
Yeah, just to come in. So my thought on these opportunities. So you will see that they are now trending topics. So like halal food and beverages, halal cosmetics, halal insurance, halal fashion, halal. So it's now going and extending to non-traditional kind of halal thing. There's halal tourism as well. Somebody recently developed halal pet food. Such a very interesting innovation. So in this market segment, initially limited to just food and beverages, now we are getting a lot of topics and a lot of creativity around the world in terms of halal economy. So for topics and discussions, we are now seeing everything that was primarily discussed outside halal economy is now being positioned to tap this potential. So cosmetics, we never had halal cosmetic until recently. That is really being discussed across board about halal cosmetics because people have realized that the cosmetic industry, you need to put certain ingredients and people must question the type of ingredients you are putting in there. So to make sure that it is safe, it is your businesses are according to Islamic principles. People are asking questions about even ingredients. So for you to have halal certification, that shows that you are halal certified as halal cosmetics. This is going to be great. And of course, other fashion industry, Muslims or Muslims across the world, allow me to say, have a very unique way of dressing. And for you to come out with a fashion style that falls within this category of halal economy, then your fashion style or fashion your fashion brand, the brand you identify with halal must be according to the code and ethics of how Muslims should dress. And with that, this is non-traditional kind of food or beverages, but this is just clothing. And of course, it rings the bell of Islam as a code of life, as a way of life. So everything that has to do with Muslims, whether they are eating, they are clothing, they are traveling, whatever it is. For another example is halal tourism, where you have to build hotel, but you have to know that Muslim men and women, they don't do two things together. For example, swimming, you should have swimming pool for women and you have another for exclusively men. So you don't mix them. This is a kind of tourism that pays attention to the halal sector, halal economy, and pay attention to the needs of Muslims. So these are the trending topics. These are the extension of halal economy that shows that people are really ready to take advantage of this growing trend and the halal economy as a whole.
That's fantastic, really fantastic. So what I can concur from what you're saying is that the world is slowly shifting from being very traditional and orthodox to very non-traditional and modernish, yet adhering to the laws and the values and the principles of the religion, which exactly like brings us like we can have a segue into the next question where I'm pretty sure like Mamadou will be like ready to talk more about it. We know for the fact that there's a lot of things happening in the halal economy, Coming to the main point of discussion today, what is wasabi and what does the word wasabi mean? Mohammed, if you could tell a bit more about wasabi, that would be great.
Sure. Thank you very much, Dilip, for your for your question. Uh, yeah. So Wasabih, yeah. Every time I share about it, it's a word that comes a lot in the Quran. The Quran is the words of Allah, the Creator, the Almighty, uh, and the Quran is in a book that Muslims use to follow, that guides their whole life. If you talk about halal today, Sharia today, it's come from the Quran and what we call the Sunnah, the traditions of the Prophet that goes hand in hand with the Quran. So wasabih is a word that comes a lot in the Quran in many forms. It means and exalt the name. Wasabbih bihamdi rabbik, exalt the name of your Lord. So as Muslim believers, we are for our wellness, we exalt a lot. We are grateful to our Creator. Uh, but the name wasabi in our thinking, it comes from the foundation of what we believe that a community, business community, would be in the halal economy. So it will be joining a few words that Awal mentioned. So wasabi, uh, to start from wasa. Wasa is the beginning of a word in the Quran, which is wasato. And there is a verse in the Quran where Allah says, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. So we have made you a community, an upright community, a fair community, so that you can be witness to people. So Muslims are witnesses to people. Uh, if they practice what God recommend and orders them, and whatever God recommend or orders to the Muslims is for the wellness and the wellness of the people around them. So uh, the the way we see it in the Islamic economy is that business must follow the fairness, must be upright. As mentioned earlier by Brother Awal, the business has to be in fair. I cannot do business when I'm hurting the other party. I cannot do business when I'm taking it all and the other party doesn't take it. And these rules follows every single interaction we do that can hold a society in an upright position. So that's why it's meant a lot for us to have the word wasat, which is really core to Muslim for this business community. And the BIH is business Islam, and the H is absolutely halal. And we wanted also to the name to sound not to sound Arabic. So the first idea was wasabi. I believe many people who like Japanese food, they know they know wasabi. So we wanted to also to show that the Islamic economy is not only for Arabs, it's not only for Muslims. It goes beyond. It goes up to the far east of the globe, if in the way we see it. Go up to Japan, and then after a few days, it come up that it's wasabih. It come up that it sounds and exalt, but the origin was to have the wasat and to have it sound like Japanese. That's the way. So in a nutshell, Wasabi is an Islamic economy professional community where we will be gathering, where we'll be gathering, uh, we will be gathering professionals that have an interest or just want to discover the Islamic economy, professionals who want to build their network in the Islamic economy, and also professionals who would like to build their reputation and to gain recognition in the Islamic economy. So, and to make it a community where we help each other in the core values of Islam, where it is universal. Muslim and non-Muslim work together as it is has been done since the beginning of Islam. If for everyone who learns about the history of Islam.
This is really inspiring, Mohammed. Thank you so much for giving us clarity about like what exactly Wasabi stands for and what how was Wasabi named. So for people who kind of like missed to tell about in a nutshell, Wasa is like upright and BIH is business, Islam and halal. So this is fantastic, and we all know that Wasabi has been created as a community platform where people come, like professionals, leaders, and businesses come to interact and create an opportunity and build business in the halal economy. This is something like really fascinating, where you
Looks
see
like
like
we're losing
you
the.
particularly mentioned that that we are going from being very orthodox and traditional to something very modernized yet othering. So thank you for like clarifying so much. Would like to hear something, few words from Awal as well, to know like what Wasabi feels to him and how is he going to drive the business for Wasabi and help the people in and out of the community to make a life around the halal economy.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dilip. Mamadou has said it all. Uh, Very, very, very inspiring. Where the name is coming from, and so to look at the business aspect of Wasabih, what we seek to do for the halal economy. So when there's a growing trend like this, when everybody is talking about halal economy, but you realize that people are fragmented on different platforms discussing this. These people are on LinkedIn, these people are on Facebook, these people are on Instagram. What we seek to do is to create a platform that really will take a lead in the discussions of anything that is halal, anything that concerns the halal industry, that concerns doing business in the Islamic way, is what we have created this platform for. There must be continuous interaction in an Islamic way between actors and players of the halal economy or the Islamic economy as a whole. So WhatsApp is a platform where professionals, every professional interested in the halal economy, can join and interact with people of similar mind, people with the same vision of different. So you might be a professional in the Islamic finance. Somebody is a professional in the entrepreneurship. Somebody is looking to buy, say, olive oil. Somebody is looking to do business with Africa. When we bring everybody who is interested in transacting business the halal way on a singular platform, that will create opportunity for people to share with others, people to transact business safely with others, and knowing that, look, this platform is just for a common goal, advancing businesses, advancing interaction in the halal economy. We want to be a platform that would grow with the people of the halal economy. Key actors of the halal economy should find this platform very, very useful for them. One, in promoting their businesses. Two, in learning more about halal economy. Three, in exchanging business transaction with other people in a fair and equitable manner. So we want to really create this platform for everybody. So it is WhatsApp has come to help the professional community. It's just a professional community So we are encouraging people to register their businesses as well, because we want to throw more light on each and every member of Wasabih and what they are doing, so that the world would really know what they are doing and tap into realizing this kind of business potential. So yes, Wasabih is what Mamadou just explained, but the business aspect of it is that we are focusing on this platform that will make every professional within the halal economy or the Islamic economy very, very beneficial to the entire ummah and other actors as well.
This is great, Awal. I think you give a clear perspective about what exactly the community that has been built stands for. Said you have a vision and a dream of the company is to bring all the people around the world onto a single platform to do transactional business, which are upheld by the values where both the buyers and seller benefit, and it's a win-win strategy at the end of the day. That's great, and I think like it's very fascinating to know that there's this kind of like community which is being started, which is very focused on the halal economy, but not only for Muslims. Could we get to know more about like what are the other unique features that Wasabi is currently like offering, and how people can make use of this platform? I think Mohammedo, you. I think you have like a lot to say about like the technological part of it. We would love to hear from you.
With pleasure. Thanks so much, Dilip. Um, so yeah, so what's up there? As mentioned earlier, it's a professional community. So many professionals know some good brands out there who are serving the professionals around the world in any sector of the economy. Uh, but for those who are interested into going deeper and building a very accurate and precise network in a specific economy, they go to some platforms that allow them to really build a more powerful network. And Wasabi represents that type of platform that is focusing in the halal economy. So in terms of features, so the features we provide in Wasabi come from our historical our historical set of features that we provide in our company. Our company, Upsaya, provides business matching and networking platforms for the events industry and the communities. So, and I believe it will be interesting also to share a bit of our journey and how we come up with this Wasabi, and how we come up to choose the set of features we are providing to the Islamic economy professionals. So features are evolving, definitely. So our company is one of the leaders, we can say, very humbly, in the Islamic economy events. So we are serving the largest brands in the trade shows and conferences in the world. So we serve the world. We have served the world's largest halal trade shows, and the last exhibition we did, we had 30,000 people attended that event, and about 20,000 on our platform. We served in Europe. We serve in America, Halal Expo Canada, Halal Expo USA. We engage with Halal Expo London. We serve in Africa. We serve in India. We'll be serving in Saudi Arabia very soon with Halal Expo in Saudi Arabia. So we provide a powerful tool for buyers to meet the right sellers, but also for delegates in Islamic economy conferences to meet the right people. So historically, we've been helping professionals in the Islamic economy in the events around the world. So this gives us a lot of knowledge, a lot of learnings about the needs of these professionals. There's very specific needs that they need to be served, that they might not be able to find in other platforms. So this encourages us, thanks to the feedback we had, to build Wasabih. Wasabih is just a continuation of events. You and me, if we meet at an event and we exchange our name cards, uh, what happens after? So after we'll be discussing maybe by email, or we'll be discussing in some other platforms. And those other platforms are not focused in the halal economy, and it will not maybe allow me to mingle with other professionals, or to really tap into your network, or for me to present you or to introduce you my network, or to introduce you my product and services with the attribute and what they have special in the Islamic economy. So this is why we created Wasabih, to turn events in the halal economy into a community where people can mingle all year round. And I will just maybe share with you a quick presentation to show you more about the vision we have in Wasabih. So just okay, let me know if you see my screen.
In fact, it's still loading. Oh yes, we can see it now.
Correct. So as you can see here, when you attend an event, you come from the left and you join the event, and in the event you'll be joining the networking and matchmaking for that specific event. After the event, you shake hand, you share name cards, and what happens is that you all go away and you discuss in many different channels in your smartphone, your social networks, and then for the next event, we will have to find ourselves. So what we suggest is, after this event, we bring all the attendees of that event into a community, that a community dedicated in the Islam economy, where you'll be meeting with other sectors: the cosmetic, the fashion, the travel, the pharmaceutical, the food, the Islamic finance, nutrition, all these sectors represented in this community, where you can build your network all year round. You will not need to wait 1 year for the other event to meet with the other professional, other leaders in the Islamic economy, sharing insights. So in this community, you'll be continuing your discussion that you started at the event. You'll be joining discussion forums. You'll be having a company listing, where you'll be seeing the listing of companies in the Islamic economy in what they do best. You can have also some job listing, where if someone is looking for a job, there are chances that professional would like to uplift their careers, and you'll be having members joining all year round. And in this platform also, you have the event listing, where we list all the events happening in the Islamic economy around the world. And many of these events are our partners. We work hand in hand with them by providing them this community all year round, but also by providing them our business matching and our networking platform for their event. This is what we will be doing with Halal Expo USA in the coming weeks, with Halal Expo Canada next week, with Halal Expo Saudi Arabia also next year. So these are the main features that you can find in Wasabih. So let me sharing my screen.
I think this is really very interesting, where you're trying to target a niche segment and making it like really globalized. And I'm pretty sure like in a short period of time, you've already gone places right from the very far east to the west, and I'm pretty sure like you'll be going up and beyond. What's fascinating is your solution that you were telling about, the upside technology. It's completely white label. You don't have to wait for another event to happen in the next year. You can like constantly like keep in touch with people whom you meet, and also like build your network across the world, not just like very specific. This is like really fantastic. We see like a lot of tremendous growth and potential coming out here. Like Amal mentioned that there has been like tremendous opportunity in Africa also as well. And I'm pretty sure like you represent like the best of the African community here. We know for the fact that 45% of the African population follow Islamic religion. And we wanted to know like what's your thought about doing business in Africa, and how the African economy is going to open to a whole lot of new opportunities in the halal economy. think we can start with Awal and then move to Mohammed.
Oh, I cannot hear you all.
Oh yeah, I think Awal.
Are you on mute all? He doesn't seem to be on mute.
Yeah, I think we cannot hear.
You cannot hear all, so maybe I.
Thank you very much, Dilip. Before I answer your question, let me just add something a little to.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear.
please, can you
Yes, we can hear you.
now?
I
Okay,
think Awal, you're on
great.
mute. Like we cannot.
Before I answer Dilip's question, I just want. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, but there's like slightly disturbance. We're missing in and out. I
Maybe
think in
I
the
turn off.
meantime. Oh yeah, this is
Yeah, can you
perfect.
hear
We
me?
can hear you.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
okay,
Go ahead,
great.
Awal.
Yeah. So before I answer your question about Africa and what we can do, I want to just add something to Mamadu's submission. Very important is that this event is part of what we offer on Wasabih. We are going to have professional experts within the Islamic economy come on weekly basis on Wasabih Talk series to share their expertise of how to build the economy, the halal economy. So this is going to feature. Today is the maiden edition, and every week, if you want to listen to a fresh topic, a trending topic on how to build the halal economy, various expertise will be invited, various professionals. So you don't want to miss this. So this is part of what we are offering our members and the globe as a whole. So coming to your question, Dilip, Africa has a lot of resources out there, and the discussions of the halal economy has been going on, but it is not active in Africa. Africa, we don't see a lot of discussion being featured. Even young entrepreneurs do not hear much about this opportunity, left alone to tap into it. Governmental agencies for few countries like South Africa and Nigeria, they have the government coming on board to really push things to make sure that they tap into this halal economy. For example, the South African government has just launched 67 million US dollars halal food processing industrial park. This facility would enhance and build the capacity of halal food processing in South Africa. Nigeria is also seeking to raise money from the Gulf in order to develop the halal industry. This is just at the national level. But what of the entrepreneurs out there? That person processing black seed oil, that person doing poultry farming, that person really looking up starting a business and not knowing where to start. This is where Africa we need to work on. This is where the feature of the discussions of halal economy should be. So we should create awareness. First of all, the awareness is very low in Africa. We don't have this awareness, and this is making entrepreneurs or business owners not ready to even tap into this potential because they don't know about it. And of course, there should be standardization. So halal certification is all over. Malaysia has done so well in coming out with a standard that are acceptable globally. What of Africa? Individual countries are trying to do different things at different times. Are we going to lead the discussions of standardizing this halal certification across board so that it will be acceptable any part of the world? So for us as Wasabih and looking at Africa, we are looking at the 1001 businesses and resources across Africa that are not yet aware of this trend. So we have to lead global campaign, continental campaign to young entrepreneurs out there to channel their energy in positioning their startup to tap into this growing opportunity. Because if we don't have awareness of this, then the world is going to move faster and we are going to be behind. But with the huge resources to tap into, and of course, we are not looking at only the Muslim population, we are talking of the non-Muslim who are also non-Muslims who are also interested in this halal. That is why we want to collaborate with other agencies. For example, Wasabih can lead a continental pain of all these small actors of halal economy to bring them on a single platform to really create the awareness that is needed to awaken all the entrepreneurs across the continent. And we are also looking at not just exporting raw materials, under halal certification, we are also looking at processing and adding value onto it and being part of a platform that Dilip can be in India by virtue of both of you on Wasabih will look and say, wow, this guy is doing halal cosmetics. I am so interested. Let me get in touch with this person. Or Mamadou is in Malaysia, but by the virtue of his enormous experience in entrepreneurship, we can bring him on board to nurture the young African startup to take opportunity in this industry. So we have huge responsibility out there. And I think time is so limited that we cannot discuss everything here. But core to this is that there is a kind of limited awareness. There is no coordinated effort to make sure that we tap into this great potential out there. And at Wasabih, we are beginning to strategize, to focus on Africa and see how we can drive the awareness, how we can coordinate effort to be able to tap into this potential.
Thank you so much, Awal. It was very long and descriptive and very informative as well. So what I understand from you is it is just like how the Upsaya technology has been built. It's completely a white label now. You can customize, you can create the environment and build businesses to make sure that it really impacts the halal economy. That is fantastic. And in because in view of time, we just have like 10 minutes to end our session. I'm going to combine my last question, and each of you can take 3 minutes, and we can finally wind up with the final summary. So we heard for the fact that number one is like there's a lot of opportunities in the halal economy, and we heard on the other side that there are like non-Muslim people who are tapping into the opportunities, which is something showing us the path that we can also be a part of it. You've been entrepreneurs all your life, and with that, our next question is: how does one spot opportunities for businesses in the halal economy? And based on your journey as an entrepreneur, what is your key takeaways and personal thoughts that you want to share with people so that it inspires everyone to be in the halal economy and to create a new wave in the sector?
Thank, thank you, Dilip. I'll start first. So yeah, definitely from our learnings and our dream, as I mentioned earlier. Um, it starts with the purpose. After years spent studying, working, building businesses, there are things and even more things in life. If you want to do it in a sustainable way, you have to have a very, very, very strong purpose why you are doing it. Uh, and purpose can be different from people to people. In from my side, uh, purpose is definitely to follow the guidance of our religion and to meet our Lord when we meet Him, to deserve His mercy. And by doing that, following recommendations is to be good to the society. So one of the reasons that pushes us to start the entrepreneurial journey is that we feel that by learning how to build a sustainable business, we can be more useful to ourselves, to our family, and to people around us. That learning journey, learning something here and sharing it with people there, that they would not be learning at school or somewhere else. Maybe some people, they never had an entrepreneur in their family and they never met an entrepreneur, and then they even think being entrepreneur is something that's not achievable. So these small learnings we learn here and there, sharing it with people around us, is just enough. I mean, just enough. So yeah, definitely a strong purpose. Whatever we do, we don't do it. We do it for something very high, beyond business, beyond money, beyond any enrichment. And this we can have a strong will. We can have people with us that join with that very strong purpose, and then we can aim to build a business or build something that is sustainable and can can change a bit in the society we live in. So in regards to Africa, from the learnings we know, there are a lot of things that Africans, they know and everybody know. It's first is learning, the discipline of learning and education. So education is not just going to school and going to university, having an MBA or whatever. Clearly, it's not that you have a diploma that you are educated, but have the culture of learning, trying things, discovering things. This is the way you discover things that no one else discovered, and this is how you can do something that no one else did. So whichever way you do it, just keep that regular learnings. That is first. And the second is definitely to be persistent in it, to be persistent in learning and trying to bring people together to build something together. So to make it short, there are the two I wanted to share.
This is fantastic. Have a discipline, follow the values, and have a vision in life, and be really passionate about it. Moving with just as a follow-up question to what you were answering and what I asked. So we have Mustafa, who is really impressed that he's watching a first-time live event on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for that validation, Mustafa. And Mustafa has a question. I think you'll be the right person to go in the flow, and then Aval can add a bit to it. So he says that as we know that there are a lot of startup companies nowadays, especially in the e-commerce sector, do they follow the halal business model? Like, do they realize it? Do they don't? In case like if there's not something that is out there, how can we perhaps do something better to make sure that they follow a halal business model? I'm sure, like Mustafa, was that the right way? I asked your question based on what you've given us in the chat.
Yeah. So I can try quickly to answer to Mustafa. Thank you for the question. So yeah, that we have just a few minutes. It definitely doesn't mean that you are labeled as Muslim Islam, that you are in the halal economy. So whatever you do, as long as it's permissible, it's halal. You don't need to you don't need that label. So most businesses are halal, except those that are named in weaponry or in games, in pornography, or all those things. Not haram. So these businesses, they are doing great job, and they are building the economy. So they are maybe part of the business they do that cannot be halal, in the way maybe they do investment, the way they manage the finance, in all the way, maybe the way they manage customers. But I don't know this business to be precise. But the principles are here. Most the leaders in the halal economy today, actually, they are non-Muslim businesses, and they just follow the guidelines written, and everybody can follow this guideline. Very simple to use. Thank you very much for your question. I've seen very many comments from Aisatu Konate. Dilip, maybe I'll let you.
Yeah. I think we are getting a lot of validation and a lot of comments about doing business in Africa, especially in the halal economy space. I think this is a great opportunity to tell our viewers that please do register on Wasabi and post these questions where, like, Mohammedu and Awal can personally answer, and it will benefit a lot of people who are in the community or yet to join the community as well. So we just have like 4 minutes down to end with our very first session of the Wasabi Talk series. I think to summarize, maybe I'll just give you the last few moments to share your thoughts as well. To summarize, this has been like a fantastic chat show to begin with. What we constantly heard is that the halal economy is opening up to the world, not just for Muslims, but for everyone. That the industry is going from offline to online mode with the use of technologies coming like Upsaya and a community like Wasabi. And the market is going from very traditional to very modern, and becoming from very analog to very digital. And there is like lots and lots of opportunity to be created and to be built and to make use of it for everyone around the world. To conclude, again, Wasabi is definitely a great platform which encompasses like everything what we have discussed today. It is doing business in the Islamic halal industry by using upright values of the Islamic philosophy. That's a great way to end our session today. And I think maybe you can share your thoughts, Awal and Mohammedu, to wrap it up.
Yeah, Dilip. Dilip, to just add a bit to Mamadu's submission about the question the person asked. Yes, of course, the e-commerce platforms out there might not be 100% halal, but this is the challenge, right? Where you have seen that there is a problem, there is a lag behind the customer needs and what is being provided in the market. It's an opportunity to tap into the business. So we will challenge Mustafa, if you see all this and you think that there's still a gap, this is business for you. This is something we can discuss and see what other things we can do to have most 100% halal branded companies. And of course, just to end, we are calling on everybody to join this dream. It is not my dream or Mamadu's dream only. It is a global dream. It is a dream for everybody. We have to join this vision to make the halal economy be more beneficial to the Muslim Ummah and then the world at large. So join Wasabih today. Today is the beginning of the series. Next week, we are going to be throwing more light on different topics with different speakers. Please, if you know you can share something with the halal economy, let us know. We will put you on the bill to share your experiences as well. Africa, we know the huge potential is untapped. We are coming home. Wasabi is going to facilitate every action or activity that would really enhance the young entrepreneurs out there to tap into this growing opportunity. Thank you very much, Dilip, and thank you very much, anybody who is listening to us from any part of the world.
That's fantastic, Awal. That's a great way to summarize as well. We just have like 10 seconds to end our session. Thank you so much for everyone who's been part of this and supporting us. See you next week, maybe most probably same time.
Thank you very much, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.